he's been kind of one of the fresh pickups of the week or two. You know, ever since Ice was pulling him out early last week. This time, he's been kind of resurfacing from time to time here as an old trusty initiator offlaner.
It's time to bring him back to mid, gentlemen. His time was too limited when it was a thing for about 2 days. The shard is legit. I don't care what anybody says. The shard is super legit. If you can just get farm and levels on this guy, he has the capability of being something other than just the offlaner, you know. But going back to the Enigma, I was trying to think when I first read the patch where they ended up combining Aether Lens into Octarine Core, like what heroes would benefit most. And after seeing this game, I guess Enigma would definitely be one of them, which is cool to see.
Enigma. Yeah, there's a few heroes where it's really not okay, and I think it's cool that he went for the Ether, and then I think he doubled back for the BKB. He didn't just go for the Octarine, or at least he was like messing with his quick buy a lot. He was like, he clearly values the Ether Lens really highly in the early game, but he wasn't necessarily like just buying this item because of the eventual Octarine Core. It's like Ether Lens is really good early, and I'll eventually get an Octarine Core. It's not the fact that I'm rushing Octarine. That just shows that he's really thought about this build, which is super cool. I'm surprised they don't ban it. I feel like this is an oversight. This is getting a little prideful here, maybe. You know, I feel like they're gonna pick it up again.
Well, they're the ones that take the troll this time, so that's a big difference in the draft so far. Last time they had PA. I mean, we're seeing 3 heroes that, in theory, could be core. Obviously, the Nature's Prophet most likely going to be a support here, but Tide is a hero that is not really a support. I mean, we've seen it before. It's been awful, has it not?
I'm actually going to predict that this is a Tide 5 or a Tide 4.
Why do you have to do this, Jenkins?
Am I right? I'm 1 for 1 on this, okay? I'm 1 for 1.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't speak it into existence. That should never be a thing. Support Tidehunter sounds awful. Tell me why it's good.
Pingu plays these really weird 5s. I don't know if he's one of these guys. It's like, dude, 5 Tide is amazing. Gush is so good at level 1. Like, there's people that don't shut up about this stupid Gush level 1. These weird Tide players, they're like techies players. They're just wackos. He might be one of those guys I could see. He's a very interesting character. I could see him being one of those guys. And Tingle King's Nature's Prophet is fearsome. Like, this is the hero that got this guy to top 100. And yeah, these guys know how to play around it too, because this is by far his best hero. So I feel like just throwing Pingu on a Nature's Prophet while you have Tingle King on your team is kind of sus. And you can see that they actually are really respecting his Nature's Prophet. They've done their research, as we could see from the clips as well, before we actually got into the series, where they're picking this Witch Doctor and Troll to counter the Nature's lane.
Wow, okay, well, a lot to take in here. I was trying to skim back through the history a bit of the cut to see if they've been pulling out this Tidehunter at all, if that will give us any clues as far as positioning on where it could go, since now it seems kind of up in the air when you have Nature's Prophet by the side. But there really is no Tidehunter in recent history. This seems to be something new for the cut to kind of pull out here and now. But then, yeah, the Witch Doctor comes out, which I don't know if that kind of reminds the cut that Shaman's out on the table and available, but they grab up his Rastafarian cousin and Shadow Shaman being one of the best options that's still out there. Now Shadow Fiend coming out, which is, intriguing in its own right.
I know we're not going to see it, but I've seen it in pubs a few times, and we've talked about it a bit, but the Gunner build where you just go straight for Arcane Blink, it is so broken. But I'm sure it has... You think so?
I could see it. P1 to me in that last game really looked like one of these like super high skill, up to date with meta mid laners. Like the way that he was playing, just these mid laners like obsess over the newest builds. What is Thompson doing? Like what is Gunner doing? That sort of bullshit. These guys are obsessed, and he looked like he fit the part perfectly. So I could absolutely see it.
I mean, the really cool thing about it is, I'm not a big Shadow Fiend player myself these days. You know, when you get old, the reflexes and whatnot just go out the window.
It's disgusting. But
yeah. The fact that you don't have to get a Yules is kind of big, right? Because that always felt like, I mean, that was part of the Magic build, but to ramp up to get to the point where you can actually solo kill people, now it's literally just one item. You blink, you destroy them. The fact that it fears, which I know it's been like a year or two since that's been a thing, but just getting the triple raise afterwards, like you can kill pretty much any hero. As long as you don't get locked down in the meantime.
It feels like a bit of deja vu from when the Yule's Shadow Fiend like first debuted. I'm talking, this is like way back when I did one of my first star ladders in Sumail and Arteezy when NEL was still a thriving in-house league, and they kind of debuted it within the in-house league, and they started pulling it into the star ladder games. And that was like a quick fire trend at that point. Now we have this Arcane Blink, which I don't know how many people are still privy with the game as of recent with 7.28 and these new blinks, but this blink allowing him to really just kind of jump in and unleash everything within a quick flurry has just showed this ridiculous potential to snowball out of control, which is why we're seeing Gunner and the like favoring that item pickup sooner than later. But what he says, sorry, I was just saying, what he says often when he's running it is that what makes it work well is having a support step behind it, particularly a lot of disable and stun.
Sure.
And here they have that.
Yeah, they've got a lot of cover. Even the troll, like going in and manning up, and Night Stalker as well, like that sets up for distraction essentially for this Shadow Fiend to go on. But one of the really nice things too about this Arcane Blink is that you get triple raise, and then you get your raises up so quickly, and the secondary raises won't necessarily have the lower cast point, but the cooldown's so low that you're going to get like 6x raise stacks on somebody, and so it does 10 billion damage.
Slark.
Wow. These fired out real fast at the end. Try to digest it for what you can and spit something out of our way. Suns fan, predictions here. Is this going to be a 2-0 shutout, or are the cut going to take us to game 3?
I actually like Jiang Hu's lineup more, and that's mostly because I just really hate Slark, but we'll see if that ends up biting me in the ass or not. Jenkins, this is your time to not copy me.
Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say that I think Old White on this hero is a lot different from Old White on Enigma. And Lil Nick Invoker, Scourge McDuck, if there's somebody that can pull the Slark off, it is certainly him. I'm going to go with the cut on this one.
All right, we're split at the panel. Let's go ahead and send it over to our fantastic commentary duo where we have Lyrical and Trent right after this break.
Oh, hello and welcome back, everybody. All you fine folks out there in Dota 2 world, we're taking a look at game number 2. Jiang Hu versus the Cut Trent. We saw some madness last time. It was pretty awesome. We're already into the game. They have a quick pause, so you get to look at our pretty faces a little bit more.
Ta-da!
But you were super impressed last game, yeah?
Yeah. Curious if it's going to go the same way. Jenkins discussed a lot about how Old White is a big Enigma player. So he's a lot of experience on the hero. We'll see if that translates to the Night Stalker. Very different hero. Much more aggressive. Have to, instead of picking your moment, you kind of have to create the moments for a lot of your allies. But most excitedly, I usually say my favorite hero to watch in Pro Dota is SF, ever since I started watching Dota, because he's got so much swag. You know, you hit a triple raise. He even gets cool animations when you triple raise someone in the mid lane. And he was a pretty big hero when I first started watching Dota. And over the years, he slowly faded further and further into irrelevancy until he received that fear on the ulti that Shannon was talking about. So we'll see if Suns fans' wishes are granted with a good SF ulti game. Also, Arcane Blink is wild with this hero. I'm sure you guys have all seen that one.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about sort of in the lead up to it as well. That I mean, I sort of did a quick glance through a couple of recent Dota buff games and games that, you know, other pro players would. Occasionally, Blink into Arcane Blink has been the build.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, just like basically second item or whatever it is, which I don't think you can do against this lineup. With Shadow Shaman in there, with Tidehunter, it's a little spooky.
I don't even mention it in our cast, I believe, where he said, you know, I've been doing my pubs here like, oh, we're just gonna lose, and then we win. Like, no one has faith in the build.
Yeah, 6 times raise stacks, all on it. Why not?
Let's see how tanky treants are. Use your treants, guys. Throw these at the enemy when you're playing Nature's Prophet.
I mean, it's a Shadow Fiend with no souls, so.
Yeah, I know, but they have 550 HP. Just walk at people.
You know what I found that is super annoying recently is Forge Spirits, dude. Forge Spirits are tanky as hell. Those things suck now. I was playing Veno the other day and I just kept on getting ran at by him. I was like, oh, I guess I'm just dead. And he just like kept chasing me and punching me, and then he sunstriked me. Oh god.
I mean, think about how Treants basically had double the attack damage, like not even that long ago.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty insane. Well, we can see here, trade off 2 bounty runes apiece. And it does look like already down bottom, Pingu going to be playing with Scourge McDuck, and they are sending the treants at him. They listen to you, Trent. They know what they want to do.
The army. Yeah, so weren't sure what we were going to wind up with in terms of position 5 here as the draft was moving there. But eventually it wasn't Nature's Prophet, and Pingu, he actually does get hit by the slow there.
Chase, maybe. Ev, Trap Nest also.
They're gonna get him with
caught.
the trio again.
Oh man, poor guy. Poor Pingu. And get the final touch. Storm takes the last hit, actually.
So this is exactly what happened last game, right? They did the tri-lane and then eventually moved the Nyx back up into a 2v2. But
Yeah,
instant first blood. Easy game.
But they're playing that obviously as Radiant, so they're doing it into the off lane here. And I feel like Old White is not going to have as good of a time, most likely, with the inability to like pull the wave back and get it under control. Maybe though, who knows?
Yeah, well, I mean, at the same time, Trapness is also body blocking the small camp to ensure they don't know that there's actually an obs blocking it too. So by him running around that little circle, oh, he almost got Pingu's courier, but Pingu's going for the body blocks.
Trap
Oh, he's so
Nest, get
fast!
it.
He's a big bug!
No. Takes care of it. Well played.
Imagine if you denied your courier.
Can you do that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I need to be
I
like.
can't say I've ever tried,
It's
but I feel like I would have seen it by now if that was possible.
Ooh, Pingu. Oh my god. I think he's not dead. No, that's just level 1 Maldic. This is a good amount of damage, but Trap Nest also looking like he is going to fall here. Yes, they get in range. Unfortunately for Scourge McDuck, no permanent agi.
Man, he got cut up by those tower shots.
Yeah.
That's really what did him in there. Blightstone not hurting though as well for Pingu. Gives a little bit of threat if they want to fight. But yeah, back to the other lanes that are also occurring in this game. Even in the mid lane right now, Quaswex Invoker versus the SF. So SF at least I'm sure a little bit pleased for the first few levels. Getting some denies here. Had to tornado for that one.
Yeah. Gonna try and stack up a couple of these raises, and Lil Nick needs to be careful about his positioning. He walks back in. P1 thought about going for another one, but not gonna go. Oh no, he does. Didn't get the reapplying stack though. A little bit too late on that one. Well, yeah, as we might expect, Old White definitely feeling the brunt end of this one, as he's just gonna get chased around by Vol.
Wait, what? What did he just ferry out? He just ferried out one stick. That was it, I think. I think
Okay.
gonna help.
I don't know, man. Ooh,
That doesn't
bottom.
actually sound that beneficial here. I guess if he's can actually contest in the lane by the anchor smash and everything, but
Right.
and not looking too hot up here. He is actually just getting walked at by Vol. Vol might as well be Venomancer in this game. He's actually just getting away by being Shadow Shaman, who can also bully just as well. The only issue will be if this costs him in the bottom lane with the tri-lane happening, but so far it's okay.
Yeah, and I mean they're gonna TP back in one. The Nature's Prophet trying to connect and pick up his items along the way. Trap Nest going for a walk up towards tops. This is what we saw last time, like you said, of him eventually leaving.
Yeah, and Pingu did also find the ward there. So the 4-minute small camp will spawn. Be able to get a pull there. Not able to connect on the stun. Saw that the tornado could be there for the SF anyway. There is an obs ward covering the direction that Trapness is approaching from. So
Right.
unlikely to hit that one. And likewise, exact same situation for Vol, as he's also under an obs as he looks for this 4-minute rune.
I mean, I think that they've kind of done their job though. This is looking really solid, I think, right now for the cut, right? Like Old White's still level 2. They will kill Pingu down bottom again, but I don't think they care that much. Like as long as Scourge McDuck is having like an okay time at this point, and I mean he is behind Nico for sure, but
Yeah, I think Lil Nick just denied the rune away from P1 as well.
Ooh.
As they were kind of duking out with the supports on the top rune. The two mids went to fight at the bottom rune, and so obviously no bottle for the Invoker, so he's not as concerned. He just wants to make sure the SF doesn't get it.
No.
They probably know that... Oh, no, he's good. He's out of mana. No mangoes. They don't know necessarily that the Nyx is back down here, but they had a pretty good idea from the other angle he came from. I don't think he's actually now he's under that ward.
Old White, he almost got the TP out of there with the silence. It was a nice play, but then
And
it
bottom?
wore out as bottom. Huh? Maledict down. But Scourge McDuck, is he going to die to this one? He's taking a lot of
He
damage.
needs a little more, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, he's fine.
just out of range. Ooh, 40. And then the salve. That's unfortunate for Yang-Hu. And yeah, nighttime comes in. Old White is level 3, and they're diving the freaking Nyx underneath the tower, basically, at this point. Misses the Spike Carapace. Not at all an easy lane. They're really getting the business end of it. Scourge McDuck now. Chased up on this top side. And the Maledict Storm finds the kill.
It actually feels like he's trying to play Enigma, like the same way. You know what I mean? Like he got put into an isolated lane. He's someone to just like pull the lane back and be all right with it. But even dewarding a small camp wasn't enough to save it. And Tide is a hero that you love being far ahead on as an offlaner. Like he really abuses gold. And they're even gonna bring the Slark up here because of how poor the bottom lane is right now with that troll. And see if they just get another free kill on the old light. Get some Agi stacked up here.
He needs 15 XP.
I think he's just dead. Oh wow, he didn't gush.
Yeah, he was close to having Ravage. Has it now, but I guess that they don't want to try and go for that dive underneath the tower. A little bit too afraid of possible rotations, I guess.
Yeah, I don't look kind of free with the gush there, but I guess it is nighttime. Well, actually, he doesn't even have Hunter in the night, so anyway.
Well, now they bring in a couple more. Trap Nest going to not find a way out of there. Oh, the body blocks.
Yeah, good eyes there to see he had no tangos.
Played. And now Old White. I mean, he's getting XP underneath the tower here, kind of. But going to pop that fear, try and run away in vision. 4 heroes up top, and they take him down too. So 2 quick Agi stacks for the Slark, and maybe taking this tower. But they're going to TP down bottom. Tingle King has enough mana for Ravage, but nothing else afterwards.
See, I know my flaws and my weaknesses. I have paper hands. I'm selling. I'm all out on Jiang now. I don't have diamond hands, guys. Stocks, it's plummeting right now. They need something big, and they miss.
Ravage, chase, and they do anything else here. Doesn't have level 6 on the troll. That's pretty bad. Trying to run away. Maledict gonna be off the mark. All
right,
spells
this is the big
missing,
thing.
but Nico might be able to. Dude, they're coming after him. 4 heroes constantly. If he gets out of this is huge.
That's what they needed. That's the big thing. They've missed the spells on the cut. Jiang back. Everything's okay. All right. A little bit of an issue there.
Oh, we can't afford to lose a couple heroes here, though. But they will take down Storm.
Well, Troll's
Also kill
courier.
off a courier. Very weird early start to this one, but the cut definitely happy with the way that it's going now. A 2,000 gold lead. And Slark basically free to do whatever he wants at this point.
Man, Old White, this is like one of those sad games.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Like, who does he play with right now? I guess Witch Doctor is a bit of a saving grace because you can get kills on pretty much anyone at level 6, so maybe that'll be something. As Tingle King denies an attempted D-ward from Storm there. Very nice.
At least taking away that vision right now. As they only have actually no wards down on the map right here for the cut, which is not necessarily what we'd expect with the Slark, who just finds himself Royal Jelly. Also working with the trusty
Vol might
shovel.
get him here. Ooh. Trapness move far out. The Vol's invis in the mid lane. Now that he's under a sentry, though, so
Got it.
they're going to see this rotation right through.
Shaman is a very nice answer to that Nyx Assassin. Just being able to have the like shackle, or rather the hex into shackle afterwards, and
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can see it
Just
right
like
there.
that. No
No
carapace.
chance for Spike Carapace. Trapnest pops it afterwards. Storm tries to turn this. Coconuts bouncing back and forth. Is there any follow-up afterwards, though? Go tries to chase down Little Nick, and P1 in the area with a couple quick raises. They will take down the Invoker. Bad. Who?
Have a. I guess they still had sentry down anyways. If he went for something, so. They're gonna need Tingle King, I think, for the next one, right? I mean, he was 10 seconds away from Ravage, so he didn't really want to exactly run mid for any sort of an engagement. They were just trying to make a play because they the invis on Vol. That was kind of a support baiting the cores into trying something, even though the invis they like walked right through a sentry and stuff, so they were pretty well prepared.
Yeah. You know, I'm thinking about the way that this next game goes, and or rather this next couple
Prophet?
minutes go.
Prophet? He just TP'd directly on top of P1. And put down that ward. That's a position 5 Prophet right there.
Okay. Dude, he got his ward down. Whatever. It's just out of range, too, of the sentry.
That's SF ulti down.
Yeah.
Team, you're welcome.
You're able to push mid now? Are they, though? Yeah, looks like it. To some extent, at least. I mean, Maledict is super good against Tingle King, but it still is a hard ask to just like walk into this Tidehunter who's kind of keeping the pressure on mid with Ravage.
Actually,
Now
a
they're
crazy good Maldic game too.
Ooh,
The
wait a
Slark,
minute.
too.
Wait a minute. Break. Stun. Hits. Chase. No, we didn't hit the follow-up. No, they didn't hit the Impale. And now trying to
Yeah.
run in here with Old White, seeing if they can get the final touch. They get the shackles onto this Night Stalker, but that's not the damage dealer. They got to be careful here. Scourge McDuck, does he keep going for more? Now they call off the charge. So it's a 1-for-1.
I mean, on the one hand, like, yes, you need to hit the tie, but, you know, if he only hits tie, then Nick's just going to reset it, and then he's going to get the Ravage off anyway. So I get going for the big play.
Yeah,
Feels like it was kind of a necessity, but just didn't quite have the right angle.
true. Yeah, that would have been really good if they could have found it and made it work.
Look at Trappist. He's just going right for these wards. He's trying to save this tower.
And with the creep wave coming in now, they should be able to afterwards. Nick gonna secure the kill onto Storm. Old White walks back in and they keep the tower alive. At least for a little bit.
Yeah, Nick's still hanging around, though. Meanwhile, I have not seen Scourge in a bit since that fight. He's gone up top. He is well on his way. I think his Echo Saber is just about done here. So he'll be combat ready pretty soon. Another Vendetta in 20 seconds as Nico looks towards his Battle Fury, and they're going to try and group up everybody here. The TP coming in from the Witch Doctor. Looks like a potential smoke, but there's no Night Stalker ulti for a minute, so yeah, he is not invited. Why don't you go punch the small camp next to mid and soak a little XP? And yeah, we'll see you later, bud.
Ooh, this is a really good setup. They just open with Impale. Well done. Is
That was
it
a nice
enough?
smoke.
Is it enough? Wait, where's
That's
the
not
third
appearing.
raise?
Oh, here we go. Here
Okay.
we go. They were just stalking.
Yeah, nice timing. Or
Yeah, there he goes. Yeah. That's where you need the Witch Doctor line, though. Wait for it, you know? Gotta get some levels up
Wait
here,
for
Storm.
it.
Come on.
what level is it, Witch Doctor? It's bronze level actually.
Yeah, he's gotta work on that. Very important. I think you only need silver for it. And it's an all-chat one. It's very useful.
True.
Another
If you said
medallion
enough.
picked up by Pingu, same as when he was the Clockwork. Wants to help with objectives. Also just solid in combination with Gush, too. They have a lot of armor reduction for quick burst down. P1's hunting with his Yules, though. His troll ults the Ancients.
I'd have to use it. They're moving in. Tingle King, 10 seconds until Ravage.
Just run.
Can
just
they
run.
kill him in time? Can they kill him in time? Want to do it. Tornado comes out already. The silence, it's going to wear off in a second. Everybody's got to back out. Coconuts going to bounce a little bit. Tingle King's going to walk brazenly forward. But the rest of his team says no more.
Yeah, once that Yules comes up from the SF right now, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
there's not really a lot of chase down potential. The Nyx isn't fast enough yet. There's no, like, Blink Daggers or anything to catch them. The Night Stalker's too weak. So they can actually just straight up walk away once that happens. A two-man Impale as they're trying to walk up high ground here. They're just taking the last of the Ancients.
I mean, there's no way you can fight right now if you're Jiang, right? Like, they don't
No.
have Night Stalker ulti. They need that. And, I mean, probably a lot more if we're honest. Or at least nighttime, which will be up again in a minute. And they're just going to keep pushing down these towers. The Cut, I think, are taking really good advantage of like these strength points for their team. Just need to make sure that they don't go a little bit too exuberant.
True. It is SF. You know, suddenly you get hit by a big fear. Maybe they can get a couple kill streaks ended with the Night Stalker. Meanwhile, he is under a sentry. He gets hexed up on the next. They drop a second.
It's Hobbs. There's the sentry.
Yeah, there
they
we
got
go.
him now. In the meantime, P1's just like farming over to the side.
He's like right there.
I like that.
Oh, trap nest. You rascal.
He's doing his job.
I'm surprised this is only a 2K lead. I think
Yeah.
the troll has been very driven in his farm priorities, and that is helping a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels like things have been going way more the Cut's way.
How good is he going to be, though, in this game? That's kind of what I'm wondering here. Little Nick, Nico just, again, farming while his supports die. It's a classic move.
It's a really good BKB game, eventually. Like, once he gets there, right? If he can get that little bit of lockdown.
Ooh. Speaking of lockdown. Oh, no. Oh, they went for the support kill. Everybody shows up, tries to outrun the Ravage. Not going to happen. They popped the ulti already from the troll, but the rest of them are coming in. Looking for the ulti afterwards from the Shadow Fiend. Hits the fear onto everybody. That's enough for the Vol kill. So a 1-for-1 exchange, but you're definitely favoring the cut off of that exchange.
The main problem is the troll is just going to be really far behind. Like, he's not a hero that plays well from behind. We're talking about getting BKB, but that's not the first item you want on troll.
Silence. Nice combo. Hit the stun afterwards. Pingu gonna try and keep him alive. P1 walking in, trying to get the combo into Little Nick. It's not enough damage. Old White still chasing, wants to kill him off. Spike Carapace. Where's the follow-up? Nick
These
is
anchor
getting
smashes.
away.
They can't right-click
Get
him.
out.
Tingle just keeps throwing them down. They're tickling him. Old
Ooh.
White has nothing. He just doesn't do any damage.
Yeah, man, that is unfortunate for Jiang, and the cut looking really good in this game number 2. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. More finds the Nyx. Storm thinking about helping. Spike Carapace afterwards. Coconut bounces once. Mega dead. Pingu finding more. Storm. Oh, he ate his way out with the Pulling Blade, but he just walked into more trees afterwards, and it is completely falling off the rails right now during nighttime.
Yeah, they still have wards, too. They don't even need it for this tower. I think you should just use the trance and Roche with the wards. Oh, Shaman players, why do you hate me so? I guess the trance are only level 2.
Yeah.
And, okay, it is nighttime and they have ulti. All right, never mind. This is fine. I retract my previous statement. I would much rather have a shaman who just throws down wards than holds wards too. So you know
That's
what?
true.
It's fine. It's okay, Bull. My bad.
Good. I like to see the backtrack. That's great.
Well, you know, I am an analyst here. We're very good at it.
Speaking of, sort of waiting out for the right decision, which is not what you said at all. We got a Midas coming out for Night Stalker. He is getting closer and closer.
Yes, he is
That's comeback
on the
Midas.
road to recovery.
You like this? I kind of do. I feel like there's no way that he ends up making a comeback through like conventional items.
I don't even know what else he could build that would help, honestly.
No.
Attack speed is super good on this hero because you get flat bonus damage on your ulti. So the Midas is a little bit better on this hero than others when you're this far behind. Pingu, he's actually... Oh, put the sentry down!
Run,
Drops
Travis,
the
run!
sentry, and there was a Nyx directly under him just lurking. Oh my god.
That's so
Sitting there for
good.
so long.
That's the ultimate Spidey sentences tingling, right? It's like something's amiss.
How do you
Sense
not
a
hit
foul
him there?
presence.
God.
That's great.
The real play is you tip him and then sprout him. That's the ultimate baller play.
That'd be really good. These guys want to win though. They're putting a lot of pressure on themselves. You can tell. I like this ward too, though, by the Witch Doctor placed over in the river, and it's actually under a sentry, but I don't think they're going to be able to see it.
It only gets caught if you put an obs on the pillar, because then you'll get the flying, high vision or whatever.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Other than that, you're all good, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, now they see it.
Or you make trees out of it. It's like, oh, nice.
Oh, wait,
what?
they didn't take it out, though.
I don't
Maybe
know
they
if
didn't
he's-
spawn it.
No, he must have seen it.
I guess not. I'm not seeing it. He just made the ward even better now.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't have been looking at my tree either. He was probably just looking at the pillar and his camera not on that spot.
Right.
Oh, God. I need this ward to die.
That's not going away, man. It's here
Hold
forever
on,
now.
I'm watching their vision. Someone's going to see this.
Oh,
Courier.
when the camp
he's walking over.
spawns- When the camp spawns, they're going to go for it. Or he
Here we
stays
go.
far away.
Oh,
No.
left.
Fortune
Now
like, wait a
Slark's
minute,
going to
my
be like,
ulti.
yo, guys, what's going
There's
on?
vision. It's happening. Now, into the
Could
pit.
this be the ward that
Dude.
turns the game?
If that ward makes it happen, they have BKB done, but Greaves just finished now for the Tide.
Oh my God, do they smoke? They have smoke.
They're thinking about it. They are thinking about going in now. And
gotta be
Roche is down
so
really
tempting.
low.
They smoked. I can't believe they didn't go
Everybody in
sooner.
there. They want to. They really want
ward?
it. Nice Stalker ulti. The ward's doing work, but they caught the Nyx.
If
Oh,
they
and the
use the
walk-in.
fucking
Oh my
Aegis!
God. That's the Aegis. Old White, what a player. Scorch McDuck is pissed. They're going to pop the ulti afterwards, fear everybody away. Storm off to the side was hitting the ulti. Pingu tries to back out of there. Nico needs to back and get away if possible. Big. The ulti coming from the Nature's Prophet. So they get the Aegis, but they'll lose 2 for 2.
That's fine.
ward.
They snatched the Aegis. Now, the downside is they didn't burn the Ravage. I can't believe that ward just worked.
Damn, dude.
Dota. What a game. And they got
Well-
the Sentry, too, at the same time, so...
Right. Well, and that's the thing though, is you see like the area right there. They dropped a sentry just outside the pit because they're like, okay, they're breaking the Slark ulti. They know that they had vision there. Oh, what a big play.
That's gonna be a killer on the replay watch. How did they get us?
Yeah.
How did they know?
Well, Nick now trying to scout out.
Pingu's gonna be fast forwarding that part where the tree ants just walk over it.
Yeah.
Yo, no, ignore this part.
Don't look. All right, what do we have now? P1, he's in a little bit of trouble. They're moving in to catch him, and will have the shackle follow-up. So P1, Yule Scepter afterwards, and a couple quick punches ensures that Scourge McDuck will get a little bit of XP, or rather permanent agi from that.
Shockingly, not gonna pop his BKB there. Probably a good decision.
True.
Very
Storm?
good.
Oh, they missed the Maledict. Hex immediately afterwards. Missed the stun. Don't look, anybody. Don't look at it. Game is hard. He's trying to TP out of there. They're going to kill the Witch Doctor. Misses the tornado.
The worst part was
from there.
SF was dead, so he saw it all.
Yeah.
You know, he's got nothing better to do.
Yeah, they're going to be able to secure this tier 2 tower. It is post 20 minutes. That's something at the very least.
Now, the downside is that it was only the first stages. It's still good to take it, but first stages tends to be like the securing the map, not necessarily breaking high ground Aegis.
Right.
Although they have wards, and he just threw up those little Rasta shakers, and he's in there.
Okay. So who needs an Aegis? Apparently.
Snakes don't.
They're just going to try and beat it down here with P1. They still have Ravage available. Tries to sidestep the tornado, can't quite get it. Scourge McDuck's going in. Spike Carapace, turn around and Pale, not coming out. Coconuts are bouncing a bit. They still have a fight here if they want to take it. Old White runs in, has silence available.
And an Aegis.
Okay, running into everybody. Gotta be careful on Tingle King. They're just trying to take down these wards at the moment. This is a big Ravage if they hit it. 4 people. Witchshock ulti afterwards, doing some good damage with the Maledict. Pops the Greaves, and they stop the pressure, at least for now.
Oh, Scourge
Walk
wants
back
in.
Thinking about jumping. Old White, he's gonna die here, but that's only the Aegis, and they want to ensure that they get the melee racks.
He saved the
Sticking
pounce,
around for more. Chase, silence. Okay, backs away. It's no more nighttime, no more ulti for the Night Stalker, and it looks like they're just about gonna get the ranged rack, so at least come close to it. 39 HP.
Oh, okay. It's just creeps. He's got the shard. He's making some snakes over here on Vol.
Well, 9,000 gold lead now for the cut, as they have kind of blown the last couple minutes pretty wide open.
All right. Now, Pingu, TP on that range racks, bud. Oh, I just got the backdoor back. Damn.
That'd been good. How much do you think that they need to wait on the cut for like the next Aegis, or can they start like, can they keep the pressure going?
I mean, they're basically down a core right now. It still feels like on Old White, just because he doesn't have his first big item,
Right.
So they can definitely go again. They can just keep dropping snakes too, like they're going to right now, because it's just so low commitment.
Right.
As long as the snakes are backed up by Ravage, what can Jiang really do?
True.
Oh, they have the blink. Okay, maybe this is it. Maybe the blink BKB can do something from P1.
Looking for his opening. Ravage hits 1. Meanwhile, Cold Snap afterwards. Has to back away. Spike Carapace takes all the mana from Trap Nest, and they jump in, find the Night Stalker.
They need Slark to burn his BKB, because that's why P1 doesn't want to go in.
Yeah, this is tough. I don't think they have an answer to this. They have the ulti coming down. Tornado catches onto 2 yet again, and still hanging onto that Ravage.
Troll has
so
BKB.
much damage coming out from this Wrath of Nature as well, and they're going to keep their melee racks alive for the moment, but you can see it is just so hard to deal with this right now for Jiang Hu.
Even the creeps are on mid too. They almost get the ranged.
Yeah. This is really good play here from the cut. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And they're going to roll in round 2. Everybody left. They get it. Free as can be. And the back away. All right. Looking for more? Maybe? Oh, big jump in. Ulti coming from Shadow Fiend. Doesn't decide to use it yet. It's not going to work. Baits out the BKB from Scourge McDuck, but I don't think it matters. Sunstrike, not going to connect. Can they find any more? They've already used the BKB on the Shadow Fiend, though.
Oh, man.
I
This
guess
game,
Yules, maybe? It's just so hard for them to fight.
it looks so annoying to play. The fighting into Ravage and the Tornadoes, like, they just can't get good positioning in these team fights because they're so far behind. They don't want to burn their BKBs too early in the fights.
Yeah. And as much as everybody's been like talking about how good Troll is, I feel like you just keep seeing this hero lose. I don't know what it is, but it's like the needing people to stay on target and sort of keep. Like I feel like it's kind of been hard to make it work. On occasion.
If he just gets like the alley-oop, he can really slam it down, you know? He's like the
Okay.
best slam dunker on the alley-oop. Now, mind you, PA and Ricky, they can just do the whole alley-oop themselves because they got the mobility and the damage. But they don't like slam it quite as hard, you know?
Right.
Troll, you stun somebody, he's just going to fight you now.
So the PA or the Ricky is like the pass it off the backboard and then sort of pull back for the dunk. That's what
And they
you're
do
telling me.
360s. It's pretty stylish.
I like it.
Troll
Ricky
is
does
your
360s.
blue-collar player, you know?
Right.
He's down in the paint.
He's the Carl Malone.
Ah, Carly.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
tell him.
I like it. All right. Well, enough of that because I think like half our audience probably just left. Sports ball
Yeah, I don't really
references.
know what I'm talking about either.
26 minutes in now. NP have the shard? He does. He's got the Sprout shard. God, so annoying to play against.
That's a common theme amongst the shards, actually. Actually, it's kind of a common theme in Dota, you know?
Yeah. It's definitely true. I like the Tidehunter one a lot.
That's true. It's just like puts you in the right Dota play. You get that with Vlad's? Oh, you're healing.
True. Well, they're going to keep sitting around at least until the next Roche is capable of responding. 20 seconds away. We'll see what the timer ends up being on it. And Slark almost has a Scotty done. That is dirty. Quickening charge?
Goodness. P1's going for Abyssal. I like that choice.
It's pretty nice.
He's trying to alley his own oops there.
I do like that ability a lot. Feels like it's been a little while. Whenever you get like those range bashes too, it's like the best feeling.
It's true.
A minute away?
There was a game the other day where the ranged bash, I think it was like a gyro head it, and he canceled a black hold it. It was like actually hilarious. Oh, no, it was terribly. That was it.
That's sick.
What a hero.
Well, hiding off on their own side of the map, picking up the next tier of items. Got some ceremonial robes. The Orb of Destruction. That is a nice pickup there. Curious if they give that one over to Slark or not. He might just want to keep the Titan Sliver, to be honest.
They just need to find some way to scout Roche. This might be a little bit of a scouting mission, in fact, here by Jiang Hu. So they don't want to give up Roche, or else this game's just over. Because if they have Aegis and they just walk hog around with snakes, I don't see how you win that fight.
We do have, as they get a little bit of extra damage there, the break. Lots of damage into Tide. Are they going to kill him? Yes, they will.
He has
The
no
duration of
buyback?
the silence. That's huge. Now getting the dust out. Old White, he also has the chase down here. Decided to go for the BKB instead of the Ags.
Oh, P1 got
Ags,
Hex.
damage, got him. Tries back
Mules.
immediately afterwards. Trap Nest throws out that stun, tries to get away. Scourge McDuck chasing. They kill the Nyx Assassin. And bashed by Roche. Oh, Old White, gotta run. He's got BKB TP if he needs to. The side and should be able to escape from this one. We'll see if he gets a little bit greedy and decides not to BKB.
Yes, I thought he would turn in Midas, personally.
That's that next Roche. This is what you want to see if you're the cut.
Yeah, no real way to stop this now. Ah, now a break going back the other way as the Silver Edge is finished by Slark.
That's pretty cool. Well, NS, like we said, he has the BKB as this Aegis is going to be claimed here, giving the cheese over to Little Nick. I'm not sure how much that really changes things, and like I guess that he's going to be able to ensure that he can get that silence off onto the Tidehunter. It's a lot of BKB timings across the board.
Dire are scanning.
How do you win this fight? With Slark having an Aegis and a Scotty and a Silver Edge and a Titan Sliver.
Tell me, Trent. I want to know.
I'm going to let Jiang Hu tell us when they do it.
I like it. Nice.
I mean, all right, 10-second BKB on Old White. He has accomplished his goal of finding an item. I am glad he didn't go Ags. I don't think that was going to be enough to do anything.
Okay.
I think BKB is more likely to at least have some success. He needs to just set up for some crazy play by P1, but I mean, P1 is almost level 20. Power's way into a talent. Troll is level 20, so he got that damage amp with the plus 30 now, and obviously when you have such high attack speed, that's pretty crazy.
Okay, I had
And
a
we
big
got some
lag
more
there too.
lag.
Did you get a big lag?
I wasn't sure. I was kind of just stationary. I wasn't really moving my camera.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything. Like players started doing the treadmill. Looks like it's a server side thing. But we'll see if it ends up coming back in just a second here. Player has paused the game. Saw that the other day. It's a weird little addition.
Guys, we learned something during the break. If you watch, if your profile currently doesn't have an Overwatch game, you can watch a live game and then exit it. So like just start watching one of the games on Dota TV and then leave it, and you might have an Overwatch case that you can start reviewing.
Interesting.
If the technical issues get too bad, we'll just do them live on stream.
I like it.
Assuming our observers in good standing. We'll see.
Ooh,
Tornado connects.
Good juke back. E1, gotta run. Silence afterwards. That's BKB used on the Shadow Fiend. Looks like that's going to be the extent of the pressure coming in here. But I have a feeling they're coming back. Damn, dude.
I mean, man, he dropped those wards to that Roche, and they're almost back. This cooldown is not that bad.
No.
Beware, Shadow
really
Shaman
good.
players. It seems a little too low, even.
Something nerfy this way
Ice
comes.
Rock's coming for you.
All right, we got a pipe out. Eco
Spidering.
tries to get in on top of him, wants to blow him up. Silence is there afterwards. No Ravage used. Cheese. Harped over, turned over. Scorch makes up trying to take down P1 here. Broken, chased down. Troll on the other side. Who can you help? Tries to go for the Requiem. Not going to happen. Little Nick came in, disrupted that fight. And now the Ravage is going to land only onto 2, but it looks like it's enough. As one by one, the cut are going to fall. Or rather, excuse me, Jiang are going to fall and the cut are going to take the win.
Yes, they're falling all over themselves to these tier 4s for the victory.
That's right.
As they asserted a little bit of dominance in this one. This one did not look very close right from the get-go, particularly just like out of the laning stage with how hard they made it feel for Old White. The hero to zero story for our dear offlane player.
It's true. I mean, you're playing Night Stalker solo against a freaking Shaman and a Tidehunter. Like, I don't blame him. That was a rough lane. They did ensure that Nico God got a good start, but regardless. I mean, is there anything that you'd like to change? Do you still like the idea kind of starting with a tri-lane to secure position 1's farm?
Yeah, usually that works out fine. It's usually almost like beneficial to the offlaner in a lot of ways too, as long as the lane's close enough to the tower, because he gets like a little bit of like extra XP. In that case, though, the matchup's so bad that you're actually not even gonna get that first wave, because like sometimes it doesn't matter how bad the matchup is. The level 1 isn't necessarily that one-sided, but in that case, like Night Stalker just has nothing. Like you get an Anchor Smash, you basically can only like void the range creep if you're lucky. But there's a Shadow Shaman there who I think might hit harder than Void does. At level 1.
And
It's a pretty bad spell.
You have to like walk close enough to do it, in which case you're also like eating a gush, eating some big right clicks. Yeah, it's a tough one. But regardless, series all tied up. Now we're going to a game number 3. I wouldn't want it any other way. Division to lower division. It's taking place right now. We're going to go to the panel and see what they thought about that game after the break.